Hello and welcome to the Helioscope YouTube channel. Since COVID, attendance at our comic book studio has been infrequent, so every week we've been having work party Wednesdays to help motivate our isolated selves into doing art around each other once again. A question we often ask each other in the studio is, what are you working on? So without further ado, here's what we're working on this week. Caitlin, what are you working on?
I'm working on a commission. Somebody asked for a character named Omak, which I had never heard of until now because I don't know a lot of the classic characters. Those scary, angry dudes with a big mohawk.
Stephen Pelnat, what are you working on?
I am working on the 8th to last page of Upstate number 3.
What's Upstate?
Upstate is a creator-owned comic that will propel me to superstardom that I've been working on for about a year and a half. I'm about 200 some odd pages into it. It is primarily about being a millennial failure while your parents are dying. But this issue is less about that and more about the father character who has cancer trying to reclaim some of his masculinity by driving around cars real fast, and then it doesn't work too well for him.
Val, what are you working on?
I'm working on a new print for an upcoming show. Rosie the Riveter style character. The tagline's going to be "Work Like a Girl."
Cool. Jack, what are you working on?
I'm working on a science fiction comic that I wrote and am drawing.
What's it called?
Phantom Bodies?
And it's available on your Patreon?
Nope.
Steve, what are you working on?
I am working on a Harley Quinn story for DC Comics.
Perfect. Thank you.
Layla Del Duca, what are you working on?
I'm working on layouts for Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, issue number 7. I'm working on the second arc of a 3-arc series written by Jason Aaron. But yeah, that's what I'm working on today. Paul, what are you working on?
Hi, I'm working on my webcomic, Aztec Empire.
I'm working on the first comic I'm ever working on, and I don't really have a title for it yet, but I'm hoping that just doing this little, maybe 20-page thing will get me somewhere. I don't know what else to say on that.
Hi, Erica. What are you working on today?
Okay, well, I want to draw this comic page. I have my stylus, but I can't find my digital pen. But I think I just figured out what's going on. It's there, but it's invisible. And so I'm clicking through a list of invisible buttons, and then I can see the brush up there. This is, I think about those old tiny comic studios, like the bullpen, or where they would make Spider-Man and the DC comic stuff, and they'd all be in the same room, and they just have their pens and their ink, and they just sit down and they draw, and it just works. And then I'm in the future, and I'm like, I can't see my pretend brush. It just doesn't show up. How can I make my comic? so that's how I'm doing.
Perfect.
My name's John Burkett, and right now I'm working on a story. I'm trying to figure out how to get a special effect here with this projected image. So I'm just kind of going in with a wash to kind of change the colors a little bit, make it look like he's getting a little bit of this effect on him. I'm still trying to figure it out though.
Hi Z, what are you working on?
I have no idea.
That's perfect.
I put together a comic a couple years ago called We Are Indeed a Knitting Circle, and I never did a sequel, but I really like the characters, so every so often I just do random pages with them doing random things. So that's where we're at today.
Thank you so much for watching our first video in over a year. We'll see you again soon.